My name is Graham Campbell. That's a Scottish name, but I'm actually a Jamaican Londoner, and I've been in Scotland for 20 years. I became Glasgow's first African-Caribbean councillor in 2017. I've been a community activist fighting racism and fighting for housing and equality rights for all of my active life.
Tonight you have met with some people from Brazilian Black Movement, from Coalizão Negra por Direitos. How it was at this meeting, and how is important to be in touch with Brazilian Black Movement?
It was said in the meeting that the links between the diaspora Africans all over the world, but particularly between the Americas and Europe, is a very important link to make, and COP has allowed us to make this link. As a diaspora activist myself in the UK, and I've been active in England and Scotland, it's been very important to know that our brothers and sisters in Brazil, in the Colombo settlements, and also in the favelas of the urban areas, we have their back. We care about what's happened to them. Their lives matter to us, just as our own lives mattered when we were protesting last year around the George Floyd murder. But we're aware, and I've been made aware from the conversation I had today, that not only is there a George Floyd moment every few minutes in Brazil, and that the vast economic disadvantage that black Brazilians, who are a majority of the population, face is not widely known. When people here in Britain talk about Brazil, they think of beaches, they think of white people in swimming trunks and bikinis, they think of salsa and samba. They don't think of the majority African population who are experiencing historic and systematized brutality, dispossession of their land, the brutalization by police and by state forces, and I wanted to meet this delegation because I wanted to know more about that, and particularly to meet organizations of black Brazilians themselves.
And we are here in the copy, an event that is discussing the climate changes. Do you think there is any connection between climate changes, environment, and racism?
Well, the capitalist system exists because of the historic and systemic racism arising from slavery. Brazil exists as a country because of the kidnapping, torture, rape, and then murder and working to death in death camps of Africans who have become Caribbeans, African Americans, and Brazilians. They didn't start as that thing. We are a kidnapped people who fought for our freedom, fought to abolish slavery, organized many slave rebellions, and I know that the Brazilians did it from 100 years before we were doing it in the Caribbean. So Brazilian Africans have been fighting for their freedom and their rights and equality for a long time. The environment that they are keeping in their villages, producing for food rather than for cash crops, clearly the clearing of the rainforests and all that began with clearing forests for plantation slavery, for sugar cane, for cotton, for all these other commodities, but coffee, not least coffee and sugar. So these commodities made the Western countries rich: Portugal, France, Spain, Britain.